Hello everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic day and welcome back to Minute Reddit. Today we have 4 stories from 4 subreddits and well, I'll just leave you with the sections of today. And I hope you guessed that was Pirates of the Caribbean because it took me a really long time and I hope you enjoyed it. For today's first story we have another new challenger, r/nuclearrevenge, and this story is by user Petty Larvenov. An example to not mess with Rome. Welcome to this history lesson. The Punic Wars were a series of wars between the Romans and the Carthaginians. You don't need to know a lot about the first war, but the second and the third were when the crap hit the fan. Hannibal Barca had already won 3 battles in Italy after crossing the Alps with 37 elephants. One at the Lake Trasimene, one at the Trebia River, and one at Cannae. And more importantly, I know I definitely messed those names up, so sorry for that. Cannae was the battle that really set it off. In short, the Romans made a push into the Carthaginian army. The Carthaginians' wings advanced while the cavalry chased the Romans. Then the cavalry came from behind and encircled the Romans. It was a bloodbath. Thousands of Romans were killed. As a matter of fact, it was a fifth of Rome's male population. One source even stated that the Carthaginians only took prisoners because their arms got tired from killing. Well, improvise, adapt, overcome. Rome, however, did not surrender. They just let Hannibal exhaust himself fighting battles on the countryside. Then Espicio freaking Africanus comes along and led a successful campaign pushing Carthagena out of Spain. Hey, that's where I'm from. He then got some Numidian cavalry in a civil war. Then Hannibal and Espicio arrived at Zama, resulting in Espicio ending Hannibal's whole career. Rome had scored a major victory. First, Carthagena had lost Spain forever. Second, Carthagena had to pay Rome 10,000 silver talents. Third, Carthagena's navy was limited to 10 ships. Fourth, Carthagena needed permission to raise an army. And finally, Rome's grip on the Mediterranean only got stronger. Numidia had been constantly raiding Carthagena. Carthagena then raised an army to defend herself from Rome. Angered that Carthagena raised an army without permission, they declared war. Rome then proceeded to raze Carthagena to the ground. 50,000 Carthaginians were sold into slavery, and as a final freak you to Carthagena, Rome sowed salt into Carthaginian soil to ensure that Carthagena will never rise again. Ever. TLDR, Rome killed Carthagena. Edit, a lot of people are saying that the salt part wasn't real, it was most likely a myth or something like that made in the 19th century. So take the salt part with a grain of salt. Okay, OP, I hate you. Because first, you tricked me into a history lesson by posting it as nuclear revenge, and the worst part is that I enjoyed it and I don't like history, so yeah, you tricked me. And second, that horrible pun made me laugh and I had to repeat that part at least once. So yeah, OP, great story, but I kind of hate you and love you at the same time, but thanks. Now let's go with some r/entitled parents by user generic teenage name. Ian blames me for her child getting caught vaping. Backstory: everyone knows the vaping problem. I'm not advocating for that, so please save your lungs, but it is a big problem at my school. One day I get called down to the office. That is when it happens. P is principal, PO, police officer. And you know the others. Me. What's this about? EK was caught with a jewel and some jewel pods in his backpack during the lockdown. We had a lockdown a few hours before for a drug bust, and he says you planted them to get him in trouble. EM. That hooligan framed my baby! He would never do anything like that! Are you serious? I have never had a history of this, and why would I do that? What do I have to gain? Can the police officer search your bag? Sure, go right ahead. They searched and obviously found nothing. Search his locker, he told me he keeps his stuff there. Come on, OP, we're going to your locker. We go and they find nothing. Duh. And then... That devil child is hiding it somewhere! Strip search him! No, we have searched his bag and his locker. He is innocent. Now your child not only brought vaping stuff to the school, but he lied to the school officials and police officers. I am not lying! He planted it! He is lying! Dude, just give up. Don't you talk to my son like that! I want him expelled! Mom, that won't happen. OP, go back to class. Sorry to bother you. Okay, no problem at all. Have a nice day. You too, officer. EM then proceeds to grab my hoodie and pull me back, but police officer keeps her bag. They tell me to go and Iggy tries the same. And this time, the principal holds him back. I leave and he got expelled. Short and sweet, and thanks for reading. Yeah, it was definitely short and sweet, the part where he got expelled. I wasn't expecting him to actually get expelled because I didn't think it was that much of a deal, because in my school that would probably have not happened, the expelling part. But yeah, let me say that the part where he says, I've never had a history of this and why would I do that, why do I have to gain, looks like coming from a television show or something like that, and it kind of makes you incriminating, like they might think, wait, what does he have to gain, and start thinking that maybe there is something, but obviously you had nothing and there is proof that you were innocent, so yeah, no problem, and I'm glad for you, OP. For the next one, let's go to r/choosing beggars by user Tarantula Pets. Coworkers complain about free food provided by employer. I work in an office building full of choosing beggars. I'm not gonna say the name of the company I work for, but I will say that they are very generous to their employees. They have free soda on hand at all times, and they are constantly providing us with free snacks. There is our regular once a week snack options that they rotate, and then they'll frequently provide us with just random stuff just because. I love working for this company. It seems every week someone has some reason to complain about the snack options. I get that donuts aren't healthy food, but one isn't going to hurt you and nobody is making you eat them. Plus, they try rotating healthy items into the mix. It just isn't every week. I get that bagels aren't gluten-free, but I am going to shake my head in exasperation when people who complain about no gluten-free options that week ask, what the heck is celiac disease? The worst is when they bring pizza. I see every time, Papa John's? Why can't they even get us Pier 49 pizza? It's so much better. Yes, they actually complain about which restaurant their free pizza is coming from. Some people just drive me nuts. And I hate people like this because in the end they are just gonna get the person who is bringing them free food. They're just going to stop because if no one is grateful, why bring them? They shouldn't just take this for granted. This is an extra step that the company is doing to make them happier. But yeah, some people are just choosing beggars, and I'm sorry that you have to work with those people. But even worse is those people that they say, I'm allergic to gluten just because. I get that gluten might have some bad things, but you're not gonna die because of gluten. It's not really going to affect your life significantly. So don't be like that, Karen. Nobody likes that. Now let's jump right ahead into r/petty revenge by user Tiduso2800. Slap me? Good luck getting home. I've never done this before in my life, so bear with me. Me, girl, thought who slapped me, VP, vice principal. It was the last day of school and we were signing yearbooks as we usually do, and then seemingly out of nowhere a girl that hated me for some reason walks up to me. She says, sign my yearbook. I say, okay, but I'm really suspicious about it. When I'm done, out of nowhere the girl slapped me so hard that I started bleeding. I get up and try to say something, but she's already running. Revenge time. I walk up to the principal's office and I ask VP to bring her down to the office. And since it was the last day, it was an early out. The girl walks up to the office scared shitless. I told the BP what happened and she seemed to understand. The thing is that I was taking my sweet time, which ended up making this argument go out of school time. The thing is, this girl has to take the school bus. The bus has already left. Once we were out, she said, "Pippi, I missed my bus, I need a ride home and I live 3 miles away." That's terrible, but it's the last day of school and we don't have any buses coming back or anything. "Well, you can drive me home," talking to me. "Heck, no." "How about you, Vice Principal?" "I cannot due to state laws." The girl can't find her phone because she dropped it when she hit me and I took it, shut it down and threw it away. The girl ended up walking 3 miles home and having to explain to her parents why BP called them and why she doesn't have her phone. Honestly, I'm not sure if this happened, but if this actually happened, I would say that you're even. Honestly, just slapping you so hard that you bleed, it's definitely worth a walk home, and also it's probably worth the phone. But I can't quite understand why she couldn't use the BP's phone to call them or something like that. It's a school, there are a lot of phones, but well, maybe she just wasn't smart enough, and I'm glad that you got some revenge because she definitely shouldn't have slapped you.